Hi everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to another review. This is Dash Shell Rose. I am back to do a review on Monsters vs. Aliens. Another DreamWorks movie. Yeah, I want to apologize for last week and all that. Actually, I think it's been a couple weeks since I reviewed one. Actually, I don't remember. I cannot keep track anymore. Well, last week I didn't really upload any videos because I lost my SD card. Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I took it out. I had to take it out because for some reason this machine at Walgreens was not working. I was taking some pictures, and I was printing off some pictures and all that, and I had to take the SD card out, which is something I didn't want to do until I got back home, but I did. It's at this house somewhere. It's not at my mom's, it's at my dad's. I just don't know where it's at. So, yeah, I had to do that, but unfortunately I lost it and I don't know where it's at, so I had to wait to get another SD card. I have another one now, but it was just annoying having to wait to get one. And the new phone, I have an SD card in it too. The problem is, though, I'm having problems with the new phone right now, not working right. It's not like having major issues like, glitching or anything like that. It's just like whenever I record something or something happens, like it drains my memory really fast. I think I might have gotten it fixed, I don't know. But I have not been using it just in case. Just in case. But I may use another SD card just to test it out, I don't know. But I don't usually like, erasing stuff on the card, because then I have to go back and put it on there and all that. It's just kind of annoying, and the videos are already in the quality, so they would take up space anyway. At least I think they will. I don't know. I don't know if it counts. If it counts it when you take the video and it's on the phone, or if it'll count afterwards. Because I don't know how these phones are set up, but that's just kind of stupid. It's kind of like the vibration thing they do on controllers. I'm like, why? Why do they do that? It doesn't make any sense. They'll still do vibrating crap to this day. I'm just I guess it's supposed to feel good, but it's not good if it drains your controller, I don't know. I just think it's stupid, but I don't know. But yeah, I do want to apologize for that, and I'm doing this video outside because I didn't get it done earlier and all that. So, I actually got home kind of a little bit earlier. I was supposed to go with Delaney, I thought, but she canceled on me, so... Well, she didn't really cancel on me. Apparently, she said she had the wrong date, but I'm like, it would have been kind of nice to know that a few days ago, because, I mean, I wasn't, doing in a hurry to do a lot of anything, but I'm just, still, I'm just, I'm like, if I was, that would have been a problem, but I don't know. And I tried to ask her, I'm like, when's the real appointment, and she hasn't responded back, so I don't know. I don't know what the heck's going on, but anywho, now that I have gone through everything and all that, actually, I was gonna say, I'm doing this definitely outside. I wanted to point this out, too. The DreamWorks videos are supposed to have, nighttime theme music or sounds playing in the background, so I'm like, it's alright, I'm doing this outside, so... But I'd rather be doing this inside, because you're just hearing the same sounds, and I like to, change the sounds up in the music, but it's alright, But, anywho, though, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this, though. So, let's talk about Monsters vs. Aliens. So, Monsters vs. Aliens is Actually, I probably could have put this down or I wasn't thinking, but this is a fun fact, but this is the last, DreamWorks movie to feature the second logo. You know, the daytime logo with the balloons. This is the last one to do that. Now there will be there are shorts and all that, you know, and there is like a Bob short. I mean, I could be wrong too. Like, there's a Monsters Inc. short, you know, like Bob's Birthday or something. I don't remember what it was called. I actually it's a bonus thing on like my DVD. I think you could actually buy it separate too if you wanted to. But it's like a short and all that. You know, it takes place before this movie. It's actually I guess a pretty interesting short. I don't remember much about it. Well, it's not. There's not really much to it. It's just about the monsters trying to escape and all that. And I mean, you know, I'll probably review it down the road. But I just figured I'd point that out because the logo is there. And actually, if you watch it like just like for example like Ratatouille, you know, or other movies, you know, before they change the logo, they'll show the you know, the logo animation for the trailer, and that's what they'll do. They'll do that for the How to Train Your Dragon trailer. I wasn't sure if they would or not, because I was looking it up on YouTube and it kept showing me the updated trailer, you know, where they changed the you know, logo and all that, because they did do that, but they still have it there, so I'm like, I don't get it. It's cool to see. I really do like the logo. I think though, I don't know if it's my favorite DreamWorks logo, but it's definitely pretty unique. I like seeing you know, the balloons and all that. Well, sadly, I think they kind of, well, actually I don't remember, like, they do. They have the balloons still, but they did change the animation where instead of the balloons popping and showing the logo, it just appears on its own. Because I forgot to bring that up, you know, a few times ago, because I don't think I brought that up in my Madagascar review either. But yeah, I think it was after Shrek the Third. I think that's when they changed it. I could be wrong, but I don't know, yeah, but yeah, they changed the logo a little bit, but it's still the same animation and all that. But sadly though, is yeah, this is definitely the last one that will do, the last movie that will do this and all that. How to Train Your Dragon, which is the next movie that I think I just mentioned when I was talking about the trailer and all that. It will not appear there, so it's sad that it's gone. But I will admit, unlike Pixar, where they barely use the, you know, the castle, you know, the 1995 castle logo, at least here they used it a crap ton. So there's that, you know. So people, you know, even though it's gone, people can, you know, have a lot of stuff to go back to. Plus, you can, I think with 4K and all that, they'll still use the logo, which is something I like and wish they, you know, Disney would do, but freaking Disney won't do that, which is why, you know, I don't buy their Blu-rays and their, you know, 3D versions of, you know, their stuff. I mean, it'd be nice to have, you know, the DVDs, you know, well, the Blu-rays and stuff with, in the 4K, you know, because they don't scratch as easily, you know. I mean, I don't really care as much as the better quality. I care more about the scratching part, but the fact is they don't have the logo and all that, and they sometimes edit their stuff. It's just annoying, so I refuse to get that stuff unless it's newer movies. So yeah. But yeah, with DreamWorks, yeah, I have a few copies and I've seen some, and yeah, I think they still use the logos. But yeah, but basically though, this is definitely the last movie to use it. I don't know if they used it anywhere else afterwards, because I think the Monsters Inc. short took place before that, so I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I thought that was a pretty cool fact to point out. And I will be reviewing, you know, I'll be going back to Sony and you know, well, Sony and DreamWorks movies. I'll probably be doing it, I might do it this week or next week, I don't know. see how crazy things are. I don't think things are going to be super crazy this week, so hopefully I can get it done. I've already watched the Sony movie, but because I screwed up the DreamWorks stuff and got like 2 movies behind, I wanted to get this done. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. I think I got screwed up when I was trying to find Hotel Transylvania 3, so which is also a movie about monsters. So yeah. But I've kind of said a lot about the beginning here and all that. I kind of want to talk about the movie, though. So, what is the movie about? That's what we need to talk about, the movie. Well, unlike Hotel Transylvania, it's not about typical popular monsters. You got like Frankenstein, Dracula, and the werewolves and all that. No, this is actually, these monsters are actually real. They're actually real. They're not real. They're original. They're original. That's what I meant to say. They're original because the other movie has monsters that are real too. But in this movie, yeah, they're basically original monsters. We have the Doctor who's a cockroach. We have Susan who is the giant. She's the giant. And then we have Link, we have him, we have Bob, who is the blob, well, Link is the fish, and then you have Zexosaurus, who is the giant, I guess, caterpillar, and all that. So we have all these monsters here and all that, and we also have, they mentioned the Visible Man. I thought he was called the Visible Madman, but no, he's called the Invisible Man. Now, apparently, he's actually a real character. Apparently, he did die, which is kind of screwed up. He died, because, he died and, apparently, he had a heart attack and died in a chair, and all that, and Lincoln and the Doctor, well, I don't remember what his name was, I'm just gonna call him Doctor, We'll call him Dr. C, because he's a cockroach. Dr. C, basically, lied to Bob to make him feel better, So I'm not sure why suddenly they just told him. I don't get it, but I guess to kind of explain to Susan that no monsters got out of there. I guess because she was newer. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to probably that, because that's probably the part of the movie that kind of pisses me off a little bit, but I'll get back to that in a second. I kind of want to start with the whole part, or the origins of the monsters, mainly Susan. So Susan is apparently getting married to this guy named Derek. Derek, he's a human, she's a human, and all that, but they get married and all that, and apparently a meteor, it's glowing. I'm not sure why it's glowing. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know I was watching Danny Phantom Planet. I did not know I was watching that, because it has a meteor in it too. This one's glowing too. It actually doesn't look as pretty as that, because it's just glowing on the outside, while the Danny Phantom's meteor, was glowing, it was glowing, all over the place. So, yeah. So I guess there's another random freaking meteor just floating in the middle of space, because why not? But what happens is it crushes her, and she starts glowing and grows, and her wedding gets ruined, and she gets locked away, and apparently there's this alien guy. I gotta admit, he's alright. Like, I don't think he's not my favorite. Like, there's not really much to him, really. He's just like, basically he wants, I'm guessing he wants, like, I think he wants, well, he wants, the power from Susan, because, that she absorbed from the asteroid, so he could take over the world, or something like that, or he can gain power. I'm not sure what his plans are. I don't think they go too much detail with it, but I do kind of like him. He's a bit more goofy, but my main problem with him is he doesn't really do a whole lot. They spend most of the time when they actually focus on him a lot. He's on the ship. He does make an appearance on Earth, like as a hologram, telling everyone he's going to take over the world. But he spends most of the time on the ship because they spend time trying to, to rescue him and all that. Rain rescues Susan because Susan gets kidnapped by him because he steals the power from her. So I mean, I would have liked for him to show him taking over the Earth and all that, and they have to put a stop to it. But I guess that would have been kind of hard. But maybe they could have had the military, the general and the other military, like try to fight off the aliens and all that. That would have been kind of nice. Because they're just. Yeah, because they actually have a deleted scene like that, so I guess they were going to include it, but maybe they didn't because it would have made the movie a bit longer. But that would have also gave the villain more of made him more of a threat. I mean, he's still a threat. I mean, he locks away Susan and takes all her stuff and all that, but he's more goofy. Like he doesn't really do a whole lot in the movie and all that. If anything, I'm gonna say the general. The general is the fucking villain in the movie. Yes, the general. The guy I was just talking about and all that with the monsters and basically how they had a deleted scene and all that, like where he was on the Earth like fighting these like aliens. Well, apparently he literally freaking kidnaps these monsters and freaking locks them away in a freaking, like, prison for several years and all that, and they can't escape. They're just cooped in there and all that, and basically this guy is just a fucking kidnapper. I guess it's supposed to be referencing, what people believe the government does in real life or something, or did. I'm not sure if they still do, but I don't know. I still think it's just kind of stupid and sad, and it kind of takes away the movie a bit. That they get locked. They're all locked in there and all that, and yeah, they've been locked in there for like 50 years. Like, just imagine being stuck in there for 50 years. I mean, heck, I think that's even worse than prison. Well, actually, prison's probably worse because prison, you got. The bad guys and all that, that do bad things to people, but, I mean, prisoners also get to at least go out. They really don't get to go out. They're just stuck in there. The only reason why the general freaking lets them out is because there's an alien invasion. I guess that's why he wanted to keep them, but I'm like, freaking, you don't need to keep them in prison or, and all that, just to, to save the world or something. I don't really get that. I mean, heck, they could probably just split them up. They could be split up and all that, and around the world, and maybe they just secretly work for the military. I just think the way they have them do it, it just makes them sound like a total, dictator villain, or, well, not a dictator villain, but a villain, I really just hate that. It probably doesn't help that, I haven't really been talked about this a lot, but when I was little, I actually was put in. Well, I wasn't put in a mental hospital, but I was put in like an autism center and all that, and basically what happened was I was only there for a couple weeks. But I know a lot of people that were there for months to years, and heck, some parents apparently drop their kids off there, and they're just stuck there. And I see them trying to run away, and all, they literally did. They tried to run away and all that, and I was literally I just felt so bad for these people, Well, some of the kids there kind of were selfish, and, well, they still didn't deserve to be there, but clearly they did not know what the hell they were doing and all that. Basically, it was an autism center thing and all that, but I'm like, they didn't know what the hell they were doing and all that, and I just felt bad, like, that their parents literally dropped their freaking kids off and they're just stuck there and all that, and That's the thing, though. That's the thing. There's people. I mean, there's places out there that are like that, and I guess it just reminds me kind of those people. I mean, I'm obviously out of it. I got out of there in like 4 weeks. I mean 2 weeks. Because what happened was is I was going to a different hospital because I had I was going to a different hospital because I had some problems with the hospital at this one place, and the doctor I guess wanted. Well, there was nothing really wrong with it. I mainly just kind of said that because I didn't want to go, because every time I've gone to the hospital, well, not every time, but most of the times I've gone, I come out and basically feel about the same, because it's true. Because a lot of that stuff was just stuff I'm dealing with at home. It's frustrating. Some of it, yes, some of it is the medication, but a lot of it is just drama and crap I've dealt with throughout the years. So yeah, but basically though, basically yeah, that's kind of what happened was I got taken to a different hospital in like Illinois. They basically what they were doing, they were not filling my medication right. So basically I went to they weren't like filling my they filled my medication, but they didn't change it at all like they were supposed to. My parents, and all, I don't know about my mom, but my dad and my mom all say that they say that like the Columbia Hospital doesn't do their job changing my medication. They do. They do. They change my medication. They've done it. They've done it, but the thing is though is the thing is because I come out of there and all that, they basically think that, but it's not true though. It's not. It's just. But the thing is though is having your medication get changed is what it's supposed to help you, and they didn't do that. So they sent me to the autism center because I was having issues, and then I go there, and yeah, all that shit happened there, and they didn't do shit there either. I mean, they're trying to do anger management crap there, and I'm like, that's not really gonna help me because I have mood swings. So, I started questioning stuff, and I think that's why they let me go, because their rules were you're not supposed to have outbursts, because if you have outbursts, you're or any tantrums or something, or whatever they called it, they make you stay longer. But I started questioning stuff, so I think they probably just let me go, because they probably knew I was onto them. I mean, I was really just so fed up with it. I even told my parents that. They didn't listen to me. My mom was like, even years later, she's like, well, you tend to exaggerate stuff in the past and all that. Well, just because I made things sound extreme when I was little, but I really didn't do that a whole lot, and a lot of the crap I was saying was true, and they didn't listen to me, so yeah, that was just frustrating and all that, and yeah, I said it still hurts me to this day, not as bad as it did, but I actually didn't watch this movie for a long time because of that, but to be fair, even before all that crap happened, I still kind of felt bad for the monsters and all that, I still felt bad for them, I did. I still felt bad for the monsters, being stuck inside a freaking military place forever, but yeah, I just figured I'd share that story because, that's what makes me really feel bad for them, but I always kind of felt bad for them, but yeah, I just figured I'd share that story, but yeah, this movie though, like I said, but minus that, I don't know, I don't think it's awful, I really don't. And the general finally does let him out, he lets him out, and they get to actually walk around the town after they defeat the alien monster, which, by the way, if you see it right there, it looks like Bob, it really does. It literally looks like Bob, it's just, a different shape and all, it's just a lot bigger and all that, and it's just weird, but yeah, I gotta say, I do think that the humor is kind of hit or miss for me. Some of it's stupid, like you got like the president playing music, like random music, like he's playing random music, to the alien. I guess it's supposed to be like communication, because they do that like to communicate with the device, or the aliens, but I feel like putting a random song in there didn't make any sense. Like, it didn't make any sense and all that, and, there's things like that, but I do think some of the humor is pretty funny and all that, and I do like the moment where, there's where they're actually, at Susan's parents' pool, and, Link gets his eyes burnt. It's really funny and all that. It's pretty funny, but, and I mean, the villain, like I said, the villain's kind of funny, too. I think, I like when she's trying to, Susan's trying to punch him, he does, and gets hit. That's pretty funny. I mean, it's a running joke they've used throughout history, but it's still funny to see it when it's on screen, even though, you've seen it 1,000 times. So, it's got some hit or miss humor. I think compared to the Angry Birds movie, though, I think the humor is more of a hit for me than a miss. Now, something that I gotta say, though, is this movie looks ugly at times. Yes, I will say that, a lot of people say the movie's not that funny. I have to disagree on that part, in my opinion. But I will agree with people saying that this movie can be ugly at times. Like, looking at, for example, at the president. The president's, face, oh my gosh, he looks freaking hideous. Like, he looks freaking hideous looking. Like, he doesn't look great at all. Like, he looks just, I don't know. He just looks very hideous, I don't know why they thought it was a good idea to design some of these humans this way, but that's one of the examples. And I don't know. I don't remember, all the humans, but I definitely remember how hideous he looks. He just looks awful. I mean, Susan doesn't look, fantastic either, but I don't know, I just don't think they look the best, and all that, but I will point out another problem I have with this movie, though, is the way they betray Derek. Derek, Susan's, husband, or supposed husband, because technically the wedding got ruined, but I guess they can still be classified as wife and husband. I really hate how they out of nowhere turn him into a complete asshole. Literally out of freaking nowhere, he's a freaking asshole. He starts out fine, as a nice guy, and all that. And was marrying Susan. I mean, they do hint at, the whole thing with him, well, the news, he's talking about, that they're not going to Paris, or going to somewhere called Fresno or something. I don't know where Fresno is at, but yeah, Susan's not very happy about that, because, I don't know, she wanted to go to Paris or something. I'm not really sure what was going on there, but basically that's basically all that really happens, and then out of nowhere she just apparently destroys the bridge, which makes him reveal he's a complete asshole and all that. And I just feel like the way they handle it, it's just freaking out of nowhere. I feel like they could have just not bothered with that. It's like they needed a damn excuse for Susan to not pair up with him. I'm I just think it's thrown out of nowhere, I'm like, why do they need to throw this shit out of nowhere? It makes no sense. But yeah, I really hate that. It's basically they do a Disney twist villain thing where they don't hint at it at all. They just throw it out of nowhere and all that, and they make the villain all kind for no reason and all that, and it's just stupid. But yeah, I don't know. But besides that, I don't know. I think the movie's definitely all right and whatnot. I don't really like how the monsters are kind of forced to go back to the. Well, they're forced to go back to the military again, because again the general shouldn't be imprisoning monsters. They're like human beings. They're freaking putting them in damn cages. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think this movie. I don't think this movie is bad. I don't think it's. I think it's not great. It's not bad. I would say this movie is definitely a meh. And 58 points. 58 points. Yeah, this movie is definitely just, it's alright. I don't think it's bad. A lot of people really do not like this movie. Which, I mean, there are some problems, and I don't care. People can have their own opinion, but for me, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's a little overhated, but I can see where some people's criticisms, come in, too. Like, I think that the designs of the humans are not the best, and some of the humor is kind of stupid. But I think the story kind of works and all that, and I like too how, Susan's friends, the monster's friends are trying to, they're trying to fit into and all that. I wish they could have focused a little bit more on that, but they just want to be treated like actual humans and not just, to be a part of the humans, not just be noticed as freaks. So, I mean, it's nice that they're trying, to get them to fit in and all that too, but yeah, I don't know. I just think this movie's alright. Also, they had like a, I didn't mention this yet, to the whole villain, arc too, or like or the villain, not the villain, the monsters, origins and all that. They show all the monsters except for the Invisible Madman, or the Visible Man, I should say, not Madman, Visible Man. They show everyone except for him. Yeah, which kind of sucks, because I kind of would like for them to show him too, because they mention him like afterwards. Maybe they threw it in at the last minute or something. I don't know, because he's only brought up like one time and then that's it. But he also appears in a short too, so I really don't know. I don't get what the joke was. I'm like, why don't they even have him? Like, it would have been cool to have, maybe him, be there, but I guess it could have made things a little bit more difficult to have an invisible person, or, and all that, like, helping stopping crime. But I don't know, I just think it just feels like a wasted, idea they could have used or something, or they could have just ignored it and not even bother with it. But I don't know. I just kind of hate how they throw him in there. They don't give him an origin story and all that. Like, it could have been like, maybe the general could have brought him up and be like, I'm like, well, he's dead, but we still have the other monsters, I don't know. It just feels like they could have gave him an origin story or something too, and just as a little gag or something. I don't know. They could have done something. I just hate how they just throw him in there as a joke and they never bring him up again. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I even tried looking up on Wikipedia and didn't find much on that, so I don't know. But I'm probably going to go ahead and let things go from here, though. Remember, guys, this is my opinion. I don't care if you guys hate this movie or like it, or just think it's alright. That goes for any movie. I think it's just alright for me. I'm in the middle. But I will talk to you guys all later, and hope you guys have a nice day. Anywho, bye-bye.